Dobre, takže sme tu. Ideme na to, ako povedať, skontrolujeme zvukovú stopu. Skontrolujeme zvukovú stopu, či sa Richie odsypal ako má. Už sme zohnali Zána, budeme mať Zána, takže konečne máme aj brankára. Takže konečne sme fixli celý tým. Trvalo mi to len 4 roky. Dobre, takže sme tu. 5. Ideme na to, ako povedať, skontrolujeme zvukovú stopu. Takže budeme to oficiálne spustiť. Začíname 823. Začíname 823. relaxačný tréningový deň 19.2.2026, štvrtok, takže sú zvybožrutí 15, 15, 14, 14, 13, 13, 12, 12, 11, 11, predné, zadné, zadné, predné, predné, zadné, zadné, predné, predné, zadné. Začíname 19.24, piče majú 18.24, každému podľa gusta, podľa svastiky, my začíname 19.24. Púšťam Argo na piču ako podmac, 19.24, prvá séria, 15.15,
after about 2 hours of downtime. However, they did not give any update details. They did not make any announcements of what's actually changed. And when you look, we actually have a new Battle Pass with some new rewards, a new shop update with some pretty cool new cosmetics, even a new cosmetic item, which are these wings. And there's also a full weapon set to go with the outfit. Last Thursday, after I made my update video, they did indeed bring these new celebration packs, with the most expensive one bringing the new weapon skins. Additionally, we still have the continuation of the Lunar Celebration event, along with some weekly reminders on what to expect with new future content. So let's cover all the details. Checking out the new Battle Pass, Relics of the Abyss, we can see they're giving you the opportunity to get more of those Tower of Greed rewards. This is rather interesting as they're doing it just before they intend to add a new season for Tower of Greed, which should begin on the 26th of February, which Tico did mention would bring an increase to the rewards. In the current version of the Tower of Greed, the main reward, and the reason why you'll do this, is for those Relic and Alish crystals. And so what they've done with this pass is basically allowed you to obtain more of them with just spending 500 Lucent. How much do you get? Well, you look here and you'll get 170 plus 40 million Solent, and these rewards, do they really mean anything? But I guess you do need the Marind to go with those Relic and Alish crystals to be able to switch up your stats or get them upgraded. So the question is this 170 crystals plus the other rewards really worth 500 Lucent? Let's put it like this. Say you were not bothered with the Tower of Greed, did not want to go through all those floors, would I buy this? Honest answer, absolutely not. However, if you're a PvP Andy, you have some useful artifacts that give you some stats you may need for your PvP build, and you want to min-max them a little bit further, well, this new Battle Pass will give you the opportunity of about 5 to 6 chances at upgrading the stats. And that's it. That's all 170 crystals are going to give you. And if you do have some artifacts which have good stats, but you say want to re-roll one of them, like this, maybe over to hit chance, that's going to cost 70 out of your 170 crystals. You'll only be able to do that twice. So yeah, I can't really recommend this pass to anybody. Even if you want to min-max those stats, I would just recommend waiting till next week. We will very likely get access to all these rewards that we did through this version of the Tower of the Greed, if not like a bit more of them this time around with the next season just next week. So have a little bit of patience and you'll be able to get more of them for free just playing the tower. And if you struggle with the tower because you prefer to play PvP, well, to me that's a bit confusing. If you're good at PvP, have good reaction timing, you should kind of also be good at this, even if you don't have a fully dedicated PvE build. It's not like you have to beat up big bosses there, so you don't have to have crazy damage. In fact, you kind of want a lot more survivability in there than normal PvE. For example, I run these defensive skills when running the last few levels, just because it's very easy to get one shot and these can prevent that. So I don't recommend anybody getting this. Even as somebody with over 16,000 Lucent, I wouldn't spend 500 on this. I'd prefer to save that amount for some new gear traits, or saving up for some lithograph for some item I might need in the future. So jumping to the new shop update, we can see they've added these new Galaxy Regent wings, which actually fits pretty well with the current outfit I have. My only gripe with this is how prominent the seam lines are. I would prefer if there was more of a blending, a transition, rather than it being a stark cutout like this. Maybe that's just my personal taste. But they will set you back a whopping 2,400 of your precious Lucent if you want to get them. But yeah, they are one of a kind. They've not added wings yet within the game. This is a new fashion slot, as you see just here. And that's what this update has brought new. However, there will of course be over time new wings being added, maybe even some you can get for free, and of course the price will go down over time. That's usually how these things go. First of the first, generally very expensive. Later on, of course, depending how many people actually buy this thing, it'll very likely get cheaper, either for this one or other variants. But there is an outfit that supposedly goes with those wings. It does have a bit of a cool preview scene here as well. So this is just a female outfit. It does come with a bundle, so you get that hair and you get this Amatoy, some sewing thread and dye to help customize it. 1,350 Lucent. Having a closer look at this outfit here, we can indeed remove the decoration, and that simply gets rid of the crescent, moon and star at your shoulders. For the male version of the outfit, that's it here. The hair is a little bit different. You have this facial piece as well. And again, removing the decoration just removes those. And ignore the swirlies that were on the arms. That's for my armor set, the legendary gear. So not a bad outfit. Pretty cool. And there are some weapons that go with them. So we'll have a look. This is the great sword. Has a shiny effect there. The staff with that similar effect. The sword and the shield. Your spear, the longbow, which they kind of attempted to customize the quiver. It's just a different color. You have the orb then, your daggers, looking pretty odd, your crossbows, and the book and wand. You still have another week on the Moondragon weapons if you want them. There are some rotating morphs and amatoys as you see there. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can see there are those celebration packs, which were out since last week, but they seem to release these a little bit later than when I make the video after the server comes online. There's this bronze pack. You can get this Amatoy along with that Lucent. It's the same amount that you get on the base pack. You're just getting the Amatoy on top. Same here, but then with this morph and then here you will get this outfit called the Oathkeeper's Harness. And you do also get a morph with that, which is pretty cool. But then the top tier version comes with some new weapon skins. You at least do get your value in Lucent, and the weapons are just a bonus. So this great sword, sword and shield, the daggers, your spear, the longbow, again with the quiver that's only faintly colored, your crossbows, your staff, and then your book and wand. Oh yes, and there's also the orb. And that's everything new within the shop just here. We did have a teeny bit of maintenance, so they do still give us ornate coins every time.
No, je to za nami. No. Je to za nami, zrekapitulujeme to. ...823. 823. relaxačný tréningový deň za nami. Bolo 19.2.2026, skončili sme 19.33. Vyťušujeme 18.33, každý podľa augusta podľa svastiky. My sme skončili 19.33. Segment trval 9 minút a 55 sekúnd. Stredný čas.